Mortorian can suck my left nut.
He's also done a really weird video. Restore the save file for free in Deep Rock Galactic.
I'm in the live control room. I've never been here before. I have actually. A long time ago. But it's because you can't actually view live streams on YouTube. Like your own live streams on YouTube. You can't like if you look at just our videos, there'd be like view the button that says view on YouTube. You don't get that for streams. I usually switch from my normal account into Barrel Vision, and then I'm watching the stream as normal, but it's like our stream. But I couldn't do that because I have to be signed in from the start because of uploading something. So that's yeah. Anyway, I'm in a bit of a conundrum, Tyler. I need your help.
Good.
I need your best cryo cannon build.
Now you put me in a conundrum now, eh?
Because I don't have one.
Right. Well. Well, the answer to that would have been a build, but is not that build. That build has the throne is currently being fought for.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will tell you the one that I've been really enjoying. Although, as mentioned, you probably don't. It's probably a better shout somewhere. Literally, are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yeah. Hold on, I just need to ask one thing. I need to know which slot it's going to use. What secondary does it use?
It doesn't matter.
What? No, I need the whole Villa build.
Alright, then make it a power supply wave cooker with temperature shock.
Fucking hell, of course it is.
Yeah, it's the best shout.
Who could have guessed? Not me.
Well, it's just happened to occur that way. It's on my most ammo build, which obviously would have.
You, not you. This. I guess it's got to be this guy. Okay, lay it on me.
Larger pressure chamber.
Obviously.
Ammo.
Obviously.
Low rate.
Okay.
Ammo.
Yep.
Cold radiance.
Yep. Literally the only thing that wasn't like already that was the first one.
Yeah.
Overclock. Improve thermal efficiency.
Yeah.
Sharp scoot. Okay, wave cooker.
No. Ammo.
Ammo.
Fire rate.
Fire rate.
Temperature amplifier.
Yep.
Wide lens.
Yep, got that.
Exothermic reactor.
Alright, that has to change to that. And then make a power supply. Yeah, it was not far off already.
Yeah, it's a very basic
I need everything
shit.
else, Tyler, because Tyler, you're the star of the show tomorrow, or at least your build is.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I need everything.
Power attack.
Thanks.
I haven't actually thought about this. Probably. I have damage on it, but I
Okay.
often I don't know if they how like well they did it. But I feel whenever I'm not using something or am using something, like if I pick,
On the
if I don't pick
pickaxe,
the
yeah.
area, I always notice that my area isn't quite like
I haven't noticed
there.
the area. To be honest.
Like I'm like pickaxe things right dead on in the face, but it's not really dead on in the face. And if I had area, it would have killed them, but I didn't, so I didn't. And then yeah, the power attack damage. I notice most of it. I notice during Ebonite, and like Berserker.
Yeah, because it
But
means
yeah,
you can
it's
two-shot
pretty
the
good.
Praetorians, as in, or at least,
Yeah.
well, you know, you don't, you know, they're left on very little amount of health. I mean, from
Yeah.
one, whereas you can take 2 to leave them that amount of health beforehand. Obviously.
So
Flares?
ammo. Oh, no flares. There's no flare upgrades.
Oh
Harry.
no! Oh shit! I don't know how. I can't take flares away.
Ammo.
On
You're not
what?
allowed kill switch. I
Right.
don't use
Okay.
kill switch.
What? Fuck off.
No. Big Bang Fear doesn't really matter. It's just different to the other ones. Like normally, I would prefer bigger carve radius, but so guess do bigger carve radius.
Okay.
It's the one I like.
Okay. Thank you.
Then ammo.
Yeah.
Magnetic refrigeration.
Yep.
Dig faster.
Damn.
And then ammo.
I actually didn't know that was only one option there. They need to touch these things up. They should not be ignored. It's not justified. Then what?
And then it is a fun right hook. Neurotoxin grenade.
Wait, no, hold on. What was the last drill mod? Was it ammo?
Ammo.
Oh, wow.
Point
Jesus
is,
Christ.
it's just all fucking ammo.
No
That's
damage.
This build.
It's fucking retarded. No, I'm taking damage. Fuck you.
Why? You're not using what? Actually, you are using vampire. So
And cryo.
That works out.
It's just...
Fine,
Yeah.
but
Alright,
you're a loser.
neurotoxin grenade.
yeah, neurotoxin
Right.
grenade.
Well,
For
keep
no
in
reason,
mind, I am
other than that, I wanted to
supposed to
use
be-
the neurotoxin grenade.
I am supposed to recommend this. Actually, that's not inherently true. I
It's
don't.
so strong that it doesn't fucking matter what grenade you have.
It's a showcase, and I'll showcase it, and then I'll say whether or not it's worth using.
Yeah, then I've got the +5 ammo, more shield.
+5 carry capacity. You
Fire.
fucking arsehole!
That one. Yeah.
I can't believe you. If I
And
can,
the
I'd really.
electric static
Oh
discharge.
fuck me! All right, perks.
Big bags.
You piece of shit. You...
Vampire.
Yep.
Veteran depositor.
Okay, that's fine.
Dash.
Yep.
And iron will.
Okay. Amazing. I feel so ready. I feel like I could do anything.
Do it.
Well, Bosco.
It depends. Let me have a look.
I don't need Bosco. That's not how it
Look at
works.
what my best looking Bosco is. And I'll give you that.
Almeida. I feel a bit awkward about trying to say your first name because it's well, it's what it is.
difficult.
No, Tyler, it's because it's a slur.
Oh.
If pronounced phonetically, which is the only way I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. KQ, I could say that. When will we have a barrel gun? I don't know, but there's a barrel gun in RoboQuest. Or the barrel cannon,
What?
I guess.
Alright.
The barrel cannon. But Bosco's not important. That's not part of the class build.
So you got the soldier,
What?
war veteran look,
It's just telling me what he looks like. Okay.
and then you put Dawn of the Dread on.
Nice. I have
That's
that
not
actually
nice.
somewhere. Yeah, I already had that.
Yeah.
I always forget about fucking Yuletide Bosco.
You'll
what a guy.
Bosco.
Bosco. Bosco.
Bosco.
Bozo. Bing bong billy bat.
Bozoko.
Bozoco.
Bazoko.
Sudoku. Sudoku. It's pronounced Sudoku.
Sadako.
Seducto. Captain Seducto.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I should probably use it. The build, that is.
I
mean, I'm definitely. Well, you know, it's like, do I save it for tomorrow or do I try it now?
if it's like clearly no, then you probably shouldn't. But I have no idea how that could possibly be that.
Yeah.
Like, it is the most stereotypical default, easiest fucking obvious ass fucking thing in the goddamn universe.
Yeah. Maybe this would be more interesting if once we get to your more interesting builds, Tyler, because I want to do this more.
Oh.
I
don't even test my builds.
I can do it for you.
Oh.
Every now and then. And invariably insult them. Well, the thing is, it is the most standard version of this build, but I've just always preferred.
It fucking works.
I've just always preferred it with the flamethrower.
Why?
Because you can set things on fire quickly, you can freeze them.
Setting them on fire doesn't do as much as freezing.
Make much of a difference when you're temp shocking them.
Sure it does.
What?
Because if there's a lot of enemies... Don't worry about it. Shut up.
I am worried
Shut
about
your
it.
mouth. Tough. Shut your mouth.
I don't want it. I shouldn't. That's not good. Not good. My mouth is. I'm supposed to be loose-lipped.
No, I guess. You open your mouth only for content.
Yeah, content's important. Nothing else is. Yes.
There are a genuinely significant amount of people that think that.
Think what?
All that matters is content.
What do you mean?
That every decision they make is based on whether or not it will make good content. And not like morality or is someone's life at risk.
That is true. There are plenty of those people out there. They scare me.
A solid amount of them are either dead or in jail now, at least.
Damn. At least. Count Dooku. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
Got any small talk? You own any small talk?
How do you feel about dwarves?
Particularly like them.
What? That's
More of an elf.
Oh fuck, Tyler! I got grabbed by a cave leech. Do you know why?
Oh, you got Iron Will.
Yeah, thank God. Great, I've got Iron. Actually, that does mean I can technically. Let's have a look around. There's no red sugar.
Got a vampire.
There's no enemies.
So does Bosco not have revives then?
Yeah, he does. I'd just rather not lose
So
one.
fine. So what are you bitching and moaning about? The fact that you couldn't kill it because you didn't charge up the thing in time?
No, I'm bitching about the fact that I don't have heightened senses.
Oh. Then don't get graphic game agents.
But I do. I do, though.
Then come to terms with the fact that Bosco's going to be using his revives and you getting grabbed by cave agents.
But I don't want to, though.
I don't think you understand how little choice you have in this matter.
I don't think you understand how little choice I have in this matter.
I think I do understand that. I think you're just deflecting because you don't.
I think you're just deflecting.
I like the word deflecting.
What? No, you don't.
Because it's such a stupid ass buzzword. You're deflecting. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Well, I feel like it is definitely one of those words people use and they don't like, but for things that it don't really apply to.
Yeah.
That often is the case with buzzwords. Because they're buzzwords, people tend to just use them irregardless of whether or not they apply.
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
I love it when someone says the word irregardless.
Irregardless of whether or not they know how to use it.
No, it's because it's not a real word.
Irregardless as to whether or not they know it's a real word.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a good example of how to demonstrate the fact that it's not a word that should exist. Maybe lifeless. That's fine. Okay, so it's the same as saying unlifeless. But it's already lifeless. You don't need the un part. It's like, you could also say unalive, right? But if irregardless is the same as saying unaliveless.
A swarm will be upon you shortly.
You just don't need all that nonsense. It's nonsense.
Carry out here learning words.
I'm out here trying to teach people right from wrong.
So, read
How's
any
the
good
missing?
books recently?
Oh. Yeah.
You gonna tell me about them?
Oh.
What's the point in reading books? You don't tell anyone about them.
You're almost through the Go, go.
I think it's just deflecting.
Who, me or you? Because you're clearly deflecting.
I know.
I've asked you have you read any books like tons, and you have never once told me what book you're reading.
Yeah, Tyler, this is I'm not having a. Oh, this isn't going very well.
Then be better. Why are you using the drills? It's not one of those builds. You just freeze them. You have tons of ammo. Don't be bothered to conserve them. Plus, you're playing solo.
I don't feel like I have a lot of ammo, to be honest.
You've got 750. You've got the max.
I know.
There's no other thing you can do on the driller to have as much ammo as you do right now.
Well, I mean, that's true. That is true. However,
I
no,
know.
there's no however. I feel like I'm killing grunts quicker than normal with the wave cooker.
I don't know why that would be. No way, shape or form got anything to do with that.
No, I know.
Other than fire rate.
I'm very observant.
You don't use fire rate.
Look, I am very clever.
Look, that was a lie.
Look, it's only real deflecting when it come out of the deflection regions of Italy. Wait, what?
Did you say that, or did someone in the...
Scoot.
I think he's having a stroke. I think. Someone dock Scoot so we can save him from his stroke.
I
I think no one's ever done that. Like,
yeah,
someone was having like a
there's a
stroke
movie
on
where they
hold.
did that. It was in I think it's Get Hard. No, is it Ride Along? Might be Ride Along. Kevin Hart movie. And he's got like
Is it the one with Will Ferrell?
It's either the one with, yeah, it's either that's Get Hard, but it might not be Get Hard. It might be Riding on the Ice Cube.
Request accepted.
Anyway, he's got like his gay gamer friends. And there's a point where they need to find, I don't know, whatever. They dox him to like find like where he is or something. Then he's in trouble. I guess like, that's what I remember. So it's been done before. There's precedent for it.
Ooh.
I mean, he hasn't said anything since then, so probably dead.
Inaction is truly.
There was a streamer there was a streamer who had a stroke and chat doxed them to call an ambulance. There you go.
Nice. So
I think I should just have we should have our addresses like on display permanently, just in case.
Just in case.
Hey, look, man, I'm speaking
Well, no,
facts.
because I'd rather die to a stroke than go to the hospital. I can hate the hospital. Like, if I'm ever hospitalised, I've asked Tom to put me down.
Okay.
Just like before I even get there.
That's really dumb.
It may be dumb, but I'll be too dead to really care.
We're not in America.
What does that mean?
Free healthcare. And
It's
you're like,
not-
nah,
not
I'll
money.
just die rather than go to the hospital. That is, I mean,
Yeah, because like they put like plastic in your penis. Like fuck that noise.
so what every time?
It seems it. I mean, I've never been. Thank the fucking Lord. Or at least while I'm conscious.
You just woke
adult.
up. You had plastic in your penis.
No, since I've been a person of old enough age to have a conscience, I've not been in the hospital, and I would like to keep it that way.
Abracadabra.
Connected to refinery.
Your back is broken.
Damn it! I knew I was twerking too hard.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you audition for Cuties?
Yeah, but apparently I was too old and too man to
Man.
to be one of the child.
Be one of the child. Oh, you're stupid. I'm not.
Swarmers team, lots of them coming your way. Get ready.
Swarmers.
Pipe goes here.
Swarmers. Do you ever think about the fact that Rockpox?
The swarmers are here.
Continue.
No. Stop me.
That's good. 'Cause we are. Win.
No. I mean, do you ever think about the fact that Rockpox doesn't? It only spawns. Rockpox enemies only spawn Lithphage outbreak, but even then, you only get the hordes of Rockpox swarms on refinery and mining expedition.
What?
Because they're the only
True.
ones. They're the only ones with different swarm types.
Oh. That's weird.
Like,
Why is that the case?
But not thinking things through. Like, maybe, unless they did think about it. But it
Why
always,
wouldn't they
it
have
always
alternate
comes
order?
off as it always comes off more like they didn't think about it though. That's the problem I had. And then again, considering how scared they were to put them everywhere, It wouldn't.
Well, but that's not
particularly
even
surprise
about
me.
that though. That's just why. Why is there no variation in like egg hunts or other game modes? Like what? Why would you turn down variation?
So, have you not ever noticed that there's no specific swarm types on point extraction or egg hunt?
Nope.
There you go, gentlemen. And I say gentlemen because I know there's no ladies.
Not in your life, there ain't.
That's not true.
Hey, you get your pussy on the download.
No. Not what that means. It's not-
You getting that?
b- b- b-
That thing.
You what?
That thing.
Getting closer to our quota.
Yeah, girl.
Fucking hell.
Whip sound.
Put up a few pipes, they said.
Did you just say whip? Did you just say whip sound?
No.
Well, no, you did. I know you did.
And why'd you ask?
Because it's funny.
I don't think it's very funny. Making someone with making fun of someone with a disability.
Making, if I were going to say making fun of someone with whip sound.
That is also not very funny.
I've got whip sounds.
Just came back from the doctors. Got diagnosed with whip sounds.
Imagine at the doctors, and they literally come out. They come out and it's like you're in the waiting area. You've just had your diagnosis, and you're waiting the waiting. They come out and says, "Sorry, sir, I'm afraid to say you've got whip sounds."
Well, they're like really solemn, and you think you damn well got like cancer going into it.
No, even better. They come out and they say, "Sorry, sir, we're afraid to say you've been diagnosed. You've got a positive diagnosis of whip sounds." And then you sort of you look at him, he's slightly teary-eyed, and he looks at you with a completely straight face. It's like a really long pause, and then he just under his breath goes. Have you seen that clip from that hospital show? The dog eating that person's heart.
Whoa! Excuse me.
It's not like the dog attacked the person. It's literally like a heart transplant heart. Someone accidentally dropped it on the ground, and it's his dog just in the hospital. He just picks it up and just runs away with it. And it's supposed to be really a really tragic moment because they've lost the heart. But it's because a dog just found it and just ran away.
Get it out of your mouth. Get it out of your mouth. That's someone's heart.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what it's called. It's not The Good Doctor. I can tell you that much. I am a surgeon.
Second pump jack connected. You're almost there.
I am a sturgeon. The fish.
The bait sturgeon and the Chad cod.
What makes cod a Chad?
Pipe surfing is the best.
I don't know, Wiki Kelly or
Yeah, that's really Chad-like.
so Chad they're about to go extinct.
Get ready.
Are they?
Why
No, that doesn't. I feel like that can't be true. No, because we don't let things that we like die.
No, we overkill everything that we like.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. That's
So
what
what?
happened to dodos.
No. What? That can't be.
We like dodos so much we killed them all.
I don't think that's true at all. Well, no, if that might have been
Pod
true. Not
population.
anymore, though. Not anymore. We're not running out of pigs.
We're running out of whales.
We don't eat whales.
Yeah, but we like whales.
Yeah, no one wants to kill them though, apart from the people who harvest their cum.
Blubber.
No, it's cum,
The
Tyler.
Atlantic cod. They are in threatened.
Being threatened. So I'm trying to be.
Yeah. They are yeah, they're in like the first step into threatened. Which yeah.
You learn something blue every day.
Reproduction. No, I'd rather not read that. Parasites. Rockpox.
What the fuck?
I should do that. I should grab a screenshot of me on the Parasite Atlantic cod page and do like a red circle around it and then like a rockpox.
That's cruel. Tyler.
Battle cod? No, Baltic cod. Well, it's because I saw C also cod war. Sacred cod, cod as food, and scrod.
Scrod. The scrod. What's the scrod?
Scrod or strod? Hold on.
Scrod.
No. There's a small cod or haddock, and sometimes other whitefish is used as food. It usually serves as a fillet, although it's formerly often split open instead. What?
Fuck.
I think it's just another word for like fish.
Fish.
Oh, fried. Fish fried in the
Cod.
sun without being salted.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe.
Tell me
sure
more.
of
Tell me more.
Oh, some of them called for the fish to be salted and left overnight, then broiled, skinned down. It's a type of fish food. The scrod. What's the cod war? I don't think I've heard of the cod war.
The scrod. I can't take any motherfucker called scrod seriously.
Hey, can we go and eat at a restaurant and order a scrod?
Absolutely. Baby, I be ordering scrod all night long.
I'll be addicted to scrod and chips.
Scrod and chips. You mean scrod and scripts?
Can't get me enough. Seriously, I have a problem.
Seriously, I have a problem. What?
Problem is that I don't have enough scrod in my diet.
I've scrod in my diet, yeah. I don't think any man can truly have enough scrod in his diet, to be honest. Unless your name is, in fact, the legendary Captain Scrod McHaddock.
I don't think that's a real person, eh?
Yeah, and they say that Barry McCockiner isn't a real person.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Well, probably. Nah, you really think there hasn't been one?
All pipelines and pump jacks built. We're ready to start extracting the liquid morkite.
You really think there hasn't been a Barry McCockiner?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's last name is Cockiner. And I don't think anyone named Barry was born into that family.
Liquid morkite is being extracted.
Well, you're wrong.
Refinery and all pump jacks are working at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals, so stay on your toes and do what you can to protect
Sorry.
and maintain
Me.
the equipment. Keep on fighting. More bugs coming your way.
It's me! I'm the Cockiner. Oh, it's me! Cock!
Fucking Toddy!
Fucking cock, mate. Cock wombler. Womble.
God, I want your cock.
So do I.
We got a lead located.
A pigeon just flew into my window. Just out the corner my eye, I see this dark shape just fill up my window. I look, and I see it's a pigeon. It's just bounced off it. Oh my god! That I can honestly say I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. Man, oh man.
Your window wasn't open, innit?
Well, no, it crashed. It collided, hit the big one. It doesn't open.
But other pipelines are still malfunctioning.
A fool.
I want to make a build so efficient I can fire almost constantly from start to end. We've got it right here.
Not all the way.
Well, that EPC one.
That one is very close.
It can't actually do that though, right? Because I know it can't because the historian talked about a cut overclock that allowed that, and it was cut. So
Well, you can try that build now. But
No.
I wouldn't recommend it.
no,
I think you need to realise how bad it is that even I don't recommend it.
you don't inherently recommend bad
Locals,
overclocks.
before they gnaw up our pipelines.
What?
As in, I've never like, yeah, I don't think your builds are particularly good, but I mean like, none of them use something on its own that I would say you should never use.
I recommend Sludge Bar.
Okay. Maybe I was wrong.
Good. You are wrong. Sludge Blast is good.
That means I wasn't wrong. That means you do always at least recommend overclocks that are worth using. But that's not true
you're
in the
wrong
case
in
of
the
Sludge
other
Pump.
Pipeline. Maintenance crew, to work.
Sucks.
Non.
No.
No. No.
Well, no. You're never going to be able to shoot for 30 minutes straight because nothing outputs its ammo that slowly.
So much better than walking.
I reckon.
We need these from the space river.
Revan, have you ever had Scrog?
Makes it sound like it's something that we Brits eat on a regular basis.
Yeah, a bit like toast sandwich.
The extraction of liquid morkite is running again. Keep up the good work. We'll be done in
But we do eat that on a regular basis.
Have you ever had one?
Pump sequence at 75%.
No.
Might.
Go rocket is
Actually, I can't try it in a bread.
Any bread.
lock and load, team. Swarm incoming.
Maybe if you
You
use
fucking judge.
2 different types of bread, maybe it'd be worth doing. No. Something pretty disturbing happened yesterday though. My brother put his roast dinner
That's very disturbing.
on bread. It's just the whole thing.
Pump sequence completed. All the liquid morkite has been refined, and the cargo rocket is
Oh.
loaded and awaiting your go. Press
For the
launch
disturbing
button when
part.
That.
It's a
All right, I failed.
Is that a bad sign?
Not inherently. I mean, it should be. Obviously, it should be very. This is like standard. Like this build should be the best thing ever, or something. You know, that's that kind of thing. But failing once is not too much of a curse. I mean, well, I do need to point out this thing literally won't fucking work on industrial sabotage.
Nothing driller builds work on industrial
Not
sabotage.
barely any driller builds. Barely any.
Especially not any that's like universally
What about
usable.
elimination though?
It would actually.
I think you've got the ammo to make it work, but
Mission is ready.
you can't temper shock them.
Drop pod.
This is not enough time.
You probably have to switch to axes.
Exactly. That's why you should be using axes, because that part of it is also done. I'm going to change that, Tyler. Thank you very much.
I just wouldn't go and use that build in a fucking elimination because I'm not a single-minded dumb fuck that thinks every build should be usable and everything.
Well, it's not that. I just fucking hate builds that can't be used on everything.
So it is that then.
Yeah, but if you make a build for one thing, then surely it's bad at everything else.
Nope. It's just really good at that one thing you would only ever use it on.
The problem I have is there are some builds that exist that are equally good at everything.
So, okay, what you're telling me is that the volatile bullets fire minigun build on Gunner is bad.
No, that's not what I meant. It's not universal.
But you
though.
can't use it on elimination.
Can actually.
No.
It's weaker though, but you definitely can.
There is no reason to use it on there.
Yeah, there's no reason to, because you could switch to a better build, but you could also have a build that you don't ever need to switch from, which is why I don't hold to this too strongly, because it means you'll only ever be using one type of build, and that's boring. I still use different builds. I just wish they were all universally good. But I don't want to just use one build, so I don't. That's important. It's important that I don't do that, because it's just terribly boring. But a lot of them still aren't universally applicable. That hurts. It hurts my brain. It hurts my balls.
Good.
What?
Good.
Judd. Judd.
Good.
Judd. Jod. It's pronounced Jod.
Squad.
Grod. What if one day God came down and he said it's pronounced Grod, and then he left?
Then we would know how it's now pronounced. Wonder how many people would still not believe in God even after seeing him.
No, Scoot and Revan, it's Scrod. Scrod, not Scrob.
Yeah, get it right.
Well, the problem is, Tyler, the problem is, I don't know how God could prove to me that he's real. Like, why? What does it have to be for, someone
Like,
to just believe
God
that it's God?
Shows up.
Yeah, but how do we know it's God? What's he doing that's like particularly godlike?
He is literally God.
You'll just know. Just instinctually.
He is the originator of man, the creator of everything.
Back to orbit. Nothing could
Oh, that was bad.
Literally God.
Betsy, suck dick!
smash those eggs before they hatch.
Sorry. Tyler, can you please explain what Scrod is again?
Harry, what even just occurred to the Betsy there?
A temp shock there.
And it just kept like spreading to like
Into-
one side to the other.
Yeah.
Well, what about that? Like the tier 5 is important, but the tier 3 one really fucking grabs it by the balls and makes that shit OP.
Hold on. You do know that the experiment reactor does that itself as well. Kind of. It spreads a mist of extreme heat or cold.
But it's not like 50%. It's just whatever it does, right? Like if everything's frozen, it spreads heat, right? Because it'll temperature shock them, add heat, and it
I
spreads
think
heat.
so. Right, yeah, I think you're. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. It's what spreads the cold to the other ones.
No, the tier 3 thing is important. Not stupid. In fact, I'm smart. Don't question it.
Oh, you said it. Man himself said it.
What?
You said you're smart.
Yeah. I am. I'm very smart.
How?
I'm a clever clogs.
You book smart. You
Yeah.
street smart.
No, book
Or are
smart.
you the type of dumbass motherfucker that thinks those things mean anything?
What? Of course they do.
Hey, fuck you mean of course they do.
The fuck?
It's just copium that you're not smart.
Yeah, I guess one of them. Well, hold on. What does that mean? Which one's
I don't know,
coping?
it's just
Or are they both coping?
anyone that says I'm that, but like yeah, you may be that, but I'm this, or like anything like that that says you know, that uses that as like a defense is dumb as fuck. Like I may not be book smart, but I'm street smart. Or I may not be street smart, but I'm book smart. Anyone that says shit like that is dumb as hell.
As a defense, yeah. But I don't think smart isn't. It's not inherently like a really great quality. Just straight up. It's not like just being an overall intelligent person. Smart is a bit of a weird one. Smart is like reserved for fucking nerds. Nerds are smart. Some people are intelligent.
Swarm spotted. Buckle up. Contact imminent.
You're a nerd.
I know, because I'm smart.
Nah, just a nerd.
Schnerd.
It's a big one, team.
Schnurb. Shrigma.
Shrug,
Rug my shoulders.
shrug, my man.
Shrogma.
Rogma.
Rog. Roggy.
Rog.
Pass the grog.
Hooray, up she rises, hooray.
Wow.
Yeah. And on fumes. Kitten's a bit annoying as hell. Like I've not gotten a good night of sleep since we've fucking gone. Actually, that's not true. The first couple of nights were like... Once they realised they can get on my bed and like getting on my bed, it's been fucking... I woke up, but I'm gonna assume like probably at 4. Because I think it was starting getting bright outside. And I'm like, what is that on my chest? Why can't I move? No, it's not like I actually can move. It's just like, I wanted to roll over. And my body was like, you can't do that. I'm like, why? And I just realised there's a fucking cat on my chest. Just like chilling. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. But also I'm really fucking tired and uncomfortable and this is annoying. And so that's the current situation.
That's kittens.
I am tired.
As in actually
Yeah.
kittens, not cats.
Which is why I have no idea how anyone could possibly even conceive for a millisecond that having a child would be a cool, rad idea.
Inventory is full.
It's like, pretty sure children are like way worse than that.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
yeah, sign me up.
You know. What's wrong with you? What?
What?
I mean, from a sheer logical perspective, children, no, should never have children. 'Cause that's just not what it's about. logistically, terrible idea. I accept the benefits.
Harry, have you actually looked at the chat? And are you doing this on purpose?
Object launched.
What?
Stay clear from the impact zone.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know what... Tyler, I don't actually remember what it is.
Oh, right. You don't know either.
Connect the pipelines to the pump deck and let's get the engine.
Oh, this is you.
Die, you double
I'm content with that.
rat! Die!
Fuck.
Tyler is a scrod.
I am the squad.
Bump down.
Oh, fuck. I am the sea.
So I have to wait for flare recharge.
You want piss? Well, I'll give you. Meow.
Yeah!
You want a pee? Oh, did you come? Open your mouth and let me come. Your mouth.
I think we actually have
Stand back.
Air guitar.
Air guitar.
Words rhyming with air guitar.
Heart transplant.
Guitar, the place.
everybody collect ammunition.
Yep. Guitar. Air guitar. The
Air guitar.
Guitar Airways. Actually is.
They should have done air guitar, right? Like,
Yeah,
so fucking
obviously.
obviously. How could they not do that?
It's one of the biggest missed opportunities. Much like Jessica Biel not naming her son Batmo.
The Batmobile be like,
Yeah.
wah. My car be like, wah. Just kidding, I don't own a car. My car be like,
Help you build
Uh-huh.
pipe framework set.
it's electric.
Uh-huh.
Are they that quiet?
No! They're even more quiet.
Just quite enough to get hit by it without realizing it's even there.
That really shouldn't ever happen.
People complain about that a lot, I remember.
Yeah, but you have to be pretty stupid.
Yeah, which like most Americans are.
Yeah.
Except you guys in chat, you're all really smart.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Sorry. I can't allow that. They're not smart. They don't even know what a scrod is.
I don't know, but I mean, Scoot clearly knows
I mean,
what a squad is.
they're both gone.
Yeah.
I noticed actually because in the like stream like studio, it is actually accurate information. Because it says 0
Information
concurrent
on the
viewers
squad.
now. We should change our name to Scrod Vision.
Squad Vision, Squad Vision, Squad Vision. Now.
It doesn't work as well with our, our theme tune. The theme tune that we have.
Yeah.
No one's made a theme tune yet. The Yogpod, the fan made the Yogpod theme. Come on, guys. There must be one. There must be at least one musician out there.
I'm a musician. Watch
Here we
this
go.
beat.
Here we go.
Wow.
That's the beginning.
Chaka. Wow. Chaka chaka. Wow. Chaka. Chaka chaka. Barrel vision.
I mean, I'm kind of ashamed at how much I would be okay with that.
You should be ashamed of how much you'd be okay with that. That is a thing to be ashamed of. Have higher standards.
No.
Needed that.
Worms right word worms rhyme with
What worms
Vision.
rhyme with? Words that rhyme with vision. Ism.
yeah.
So it's rhyming. Well, you know, it depends on what you really define rhyming. Rhyming in the sense of what you could actually rhyme in, like a song.
Words that would sound good and people are like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So schism, prism, prison.
Welcome to Barrel Vision. We will give you a schism with the worst channel around. We are quite the clowns. I thought clowns would rhyme with around because I didn't pronounce the D. We are
Reason.
British, that we do not hide. And you can tell that by our thick, leathery hide. They written the same as well, right?
What?
Hide as in hiding,
Yeah.
and hide as in...
Yeah. Bit like when Manowar rhymed land with land, except they both meant the same thing. I'm not going to say that it wasn't lazy,
Your own fault for being full of goodies.
because it is.
We are not lazy here on Barrel Vision.
You need a little barrel vision. It doesn't work.
You tried doing that before and someone called you out.
Yeah, I didn't try it. I haven't sung it like that. Because I knew it wouldn't work. You need a little. No, it's really specifically that word.
I'll beat your record this time. Just watch me.
Like, it really can't be anything other than revive.
Pipelines in place.
Skydive.
You need a little skydive. Want to get up? You need a little skydive. Maybe I should be careful. We might get you know, copyright claimed. No, it's like people who
I don't
upload
think you're
every
singing this.
perk jingle like in a compilation. They're fine.
I'm not sure how hard they're enforcing the copyrights of.
I would be interested because that's like the most iconic music in COD that COD has ever produced. Oh, actually, I mean the Black Ops 2 menu theme is like quite well known, I guess. And the zombies jingle, yeah, the zombies jingle, yeah, just the basic zombies theme is fairly. It's zombies though. Zombies is the most iconic part of COD.
Yeah, it's the only thing to have icons too.
I mean, it's also the most unique. It is the most unique thing about COD. Zombies themselves aren't the most unique thing, but COD's version is not exactly like any other zombies game, and the way Zombies does its story is pretty unique as well.
I think it's kind of funny though, isn't it? Like, fuck is zombies doing in COD? Like, COD could have easily have just been a normal shooting game, but like, fuck it, zombies.
Yeah,
And that was history.
and it was a good move, clearly.
Very good move.
Not that anyone other than Treyarch has had any level of success.
Yeah, every time anyone else tried saying fuck it zombies, it's not exactly gone to plan.
In Modern Warfare, those guys, Sledgehammer, they do like a PvE thing, but it's like not like zombies.
They
or
did like
aliens.
aliens once.
No,
That fucking
no.
blew.
That was Infinity Ward with ghosts. Actually, was that Sledgehammer? It might be Sledgehammer. I just mean Modern Warfare though has its own. Usually has its own PvE thing that's just like Call of Duty. It's not like a special thing. But yeah, there was aliens that was in Ghosts, and a couple of others have done zombies. Like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare. They were shit. And Vanguard and World War Two, they were shit. Because Treyarch do it well.
Who do?
Yeah.
Another pipeline established.
That's funny.
Just need to set up one.
Remember that
Speed
time when we
cola
laughed about the word
speeds up
voodoo?
your life. No,
Just occurred a minute ago.
did it?
Memory's pretty bad, dude. You should get that looked at.
Who's Who is the best perk jingle? Which is a bit of a shame.
Who's Who is a character in One Piece?
Of course it is. Every fucking stupid combination of words is a character in One Piece.
He really got like got overhyped because it was like a thing where it's like who's who, and like even though like it like wasn't the point, it was like who is he? He was kind of hyped to be like someone we might know or like someone interesting, and then it turned
And he
out to be
wasn't.
no one that was that, and that he was just a guy that was gonna lore dump a little bit, do a little bit of lore dumping, and then
Right.
got one shot. All in all, very disappointing character.
No,
And a very annoying
Scoot.
name.
Who's Who is not the best perk. It's the worst perk, but it has the best jingle. Which is really a shame.
Hey Tom, we're talking about who's who.
We're ready to start extracting.
But we're talking about different, like, completely different iterations of like, just completely different things. They're both called Who's Who.
One Piece.
Yeah, that's the who's who Harry's talking about.
Yeah, and Tyler's talking about the perk drink from Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, and you can probably talk about, I can only assume, a franchise of books that are like Where's Wally?
Who's Who? Who's Welly Boy?
Who's Willy?
Who's Welly? Who's Welly is
Who's
this?
Wally?
Oh, Wally.
And it's just like a biopic.
PhD Flopper is not the worst, you fucking Jap site.
Can
Sorry.
you say Jap site?
I don't know. I apologise for that, but
feels
still,
very
PhD
racist.
Flopper is not the worst perk. You cum flower. You cum.
Oh
That's
god, yeah. I was
probably
wondering, like, why would you not be able to say that? I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, there was a thing about that actually being like racist.
What?
So maybe.
I cannot. I just.
Commenting on the fact that their eyes are slanted.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of PhD Flopper.
I'm not the biggest fan of foreigners.
Alright, that's probably better than what Harry said.
But
in
it's
all
not
fairness.
the worst. There are two perks that are definitively worse than PhD Flopper at
Just
least.
moving on. That's
Of
fair.
course I am! Why would I spend time talking about that? Why would I give that attention? How is that a good
Harry,
idea?
can you stop giving it attention, please?
You!
I'm not joking, seriously.
Draw in the locals. So stay on
Can't linger on the past. You got to keep moving, Harry.
Widow's Wine is awesome. That was a good perk.
Lock and load. Wave alert. The noise from the refinery is attracting the bugs.
You should know what that was on this time. It's from Shadows of Evil.
The fuck is Shadows of Evil?
That zombies map from Black Ops 3 that you like praise the shit out of. You're like, it's the best. It's not complicated.
Harry, you got some fucking issues. I have no memories of talking about that. I have slight memories of playing it.
I remember shitting on it, and you were just like, no, no.
You have like a fucking like giga memory of any time that you've ever disagreed with like anything else, or if I've ever disagreed with you on anything, you remember my opinion on that, like
you
more
don't.
than fucking anything. Not at all. I disagree with everything constantly. If I remembered all that shit, I'd have a
Yeah, but it's
suicide
like
brain.
only one like option to remember that you disagree. Not... So you don't even need to remember. It's just automatic.
Yeah, but some things I don't disagree on. But I don't know that until
Yes, you
we
do.
stumble across
no,
it.
you don't. Wait, what?
Harry, you're trying to hurt my brain here, but
We,
it ain't gonna
we
work.
disagree on Blood Blast.
Everyone disagrees with you, Harry. It's different.
Not everyone.
Lines are still malfunctioning.
I know, because smart people would agree with me. So... I don't know. I really don't know about how to film anymore.
I'm glad.
About
I'm
slug
glad
glass.
we gaslit you into being confused.
Well, I know I don't
That was
like
my
it.
objective.
Getting supplies.
The word monkey is racist. That's not how that works.
I feel like monkey without the Y is racist.
Oh.
Like monkey hard E.
Monkey with the hard R. Monker.
Monka.
Monker. The wind below.
Everything's running
Oh, it's not.
smoothly again.
Who? Wimbo.
Pump sequence at 50%.
Wumbo.
Incoming swarm.
W for Wumbo.
Not gonna do a wombo cart analysis stuff, I think.
It doesn't make as much sense.
Since that series is gonna get like revamped often.
Exactly. Exactly. But we need.
different
I mean,
to
we,
tier list,
we need
it's
another.
really not done.
We need another Wumbo cup. Though.
I do agree with that sentiment.
What? You agree?
Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be on.
Yeah. Okay.
Sequence at 75%. The cargo rocket is almost full.
I mean, to be honest, the workshops do make perfect sense. Maybe. Not less sense than tier lists.
Pipelines need maintaining.
I mean, I don't know what specifically makes sense though. I mean, I guess the point of the weapon one, I guess it is like one long weapon tier list though. That's the idea. That's
Yeah.
why it works. I guess it would have to be another tier list thing.
It's just something that a normal person would have done in one video, and it took us multiple, like a lot of multiples, something like that. Guess we'll find out
Really quick walk ideas around
whenever an opportunity arises.
will be done in no time. We got
You could do a Wumbo cut of your One Piece tier list.
Surfing underground.
It's only one part, eh?
Two, isn't there?
No,
And two.
no,
And
we
two
never
videos.
did a second one.
Oh, you could do it next week.
excellent work, miners. All
What?
the quick walk has been processed and the
What Saturday you get back?
Yeah, I won't. But I, we're leaving on Saturday.
Yeah.
Not a short journey.
I got the try job.
It's only me.
We might do something other than villains.
I thought the point was that you hadn't finished the villains one.
Yeah, but well.
I love
Also, you made out the point. It's not on my. It's not on me to uphold the point.
Well,
there it goes. Back to orbit.
so hello, Alfred.
Disagree all
James.
you want.
I don't disagree. I simply don't agree.
Then the word.
What?
Disgusting stuff this.
Then the word.
done. Cargo rocket is returning to orbit.
The word
Yeah.
that no one shall say,
You out. Hang tight.
which is fair.
No, I don't. That's not what he meant at all. What? How did you interpret it that way? What?
What?
No, he's just referring to monkey. We're thinking it's racist. It's obviously
right.
more racist than that word.
That's because the word monkey is not racist, like, at all.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just about as racist as, like, calling someone any word is racist. Like, if I were to call you a bean licker,
Oh my god.
like, I don't think that's racist.
I mean,
It might be.
I feel
but
like I'm
I-
being oppressed. I mean, I feel-
Exactly. Like, I said it in a oppressive tone, and I feel like that's the same as the word monkey. Although I think there's a bit of history to monkey, but then again, there might be a bit of history
yeah,
towards
well, obviously
bean
there
licker.
is. I mean, Scoot's coming in with something else entirely. Someone asked me if I prefer icebergs or tier lists, and I asked them for a tier list of icebergs. Well, the thing is, You can't just do icebergs, though. Like in the same way you can just make a tier list. Like just an average person, right? That's not what icebergs are.
Is there? It's probably not a DIG iceberg, is there?
Well, there
And
is.
if there was one, then is there?
Yeah.
We could do that.
But what do you do with it?
Same thing as all the iceberg YouTubers do. You just talk about it and take too long to do so.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. You're not doing anything. You're just talking about something that's already there.
Yeah.
You're not deciding. That's the whole point of tier list is deciding. That's the intrigue. That's the intrigue. Is what you decide.
The iceberg is informing.
But you know, historian's already done it. So
Oh, is he done already?
yeah,
That's fair enough.
exactly.
Guess we gotta kill him.
That
was a long time in the waiting.
I want someone to take different icebergs and put them on a tier list. I know that's what that means. What I assumed. Well, this is awkward. My driller is level 25.
Why is it awkward?
I have to play him tomorrow.
Then you better promote him.
I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. That's all I can say.
Alright.
Got stuff in the works. That's a lot of XP right there. Lying there, but I don't need it. Oh. No, I'm not. Hold on, what is this?
You're almost through the promotion
Fungus hogs.
Rhombus hogs.
Rhombus. Rhombus.
Raging hogs.
Raging rhombus. Racist rhombus.
Right wing. Robert.
Right wing.
You just got caught being right wing. Go to jail. So that's a Monopoly joke.
That was a really good Monopoly joke, so look. Have you got any more Monopoly
Maybe
jokes?
Yes. You just caught being left wing. Get out of jail free card. It's an agenda here. I don't know if you noticed.
No.
Really,
No, I haven't
slick.
noticed. Actually. If there is one, you're doing a pretty good job at hiding it.
Bang up job. Use the term bang up job.
No.
Why not?
Banag. Bang out of order.
I get it.
Of course you do. You're a clever lad.
Aww.
Pats you on the head.
Gets around. May not.
Ah!
Fuck, I always ruin these moments.
I'd argue that you don't.
I never waste a chance. So that's the way I see it.
Won't you stay with me? Fuck me, you're gonna make me do just a small normal quark mission with 3 contagion spikes. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh.
That thing almost ate my
Ropes.
Our scanners have picked up a massive deposit of a quark.
And it's also gunk seeds as well. God, I'm not sure I have the mental constitution to do this right now.
Fire signs in the area, so keep it snappy. Quarks are going to be extracted from the walls. Search for a blue shimmering light.
I mean, I can ignore the gunk seed. But yeah.
Cleansing equipment is on its way.
Average deep rock player sentence.
Equipment
I guess I can ignore
I
the cutscene.
genuinely thought you were using the coil gun there. Like the look of your fucking revolver, the weirdest choice on it.
Yeah. Quite homogenous.
Cleansing equipment is on site. Time to stock the rock pucks in its tracks.
All the pistols do look the same.
Come here.
Who are you?
I'm your daddy.
That's exactly what I was referencing though.
What?
Kung Fu Panda 3. When he first sees his dad, he says, "Who are you?"
That was the thing. Kung Fu Panda 3's been added to Netflix, which is pretty nice. Because the other two were on there, but that one wasn't. But it's advert, like it's like show, like, oh look, Kung Fu Panda, look at some of its clips.
Preview.
Is a Chinese trailer dubbed over in the English like things, and it is very weird.
Yeah, what
And
I
knew
can't
something
even
was
imagine
off,
what
like,
that's
the whole
supposed to be.
time. Like it was like just like the voices were quite slightly not synced. It was clips were weird, like it wasn't right. And then like I saw the text, and like other than the three, it was all in like, you know, like Mandarin or some shit. I'm like, what? I mean, that is up. It makes sense now, but it also doesn't make sense at all. Like what happened?
But the original like catalyst for this, what could it possibly be?
I think they just couldn't get their hands on the English trailer or some shit, or couldn't be asked to make their own, or like
Oh, weird.
no idea.
Oh right, we're less than a year away from Kung Fu Panda 4. Fucking hell, that music is...
Alright, don't take this personally, but you really did that badly. Like it barely sounded like the song, and it very bad service to it. Just going for it. Now it's turned into a Minecraft witch.
Kung Fu Panda trilogy over Shrek trilogy. Yeah. Over
Well,
the
Shrek trilogy
over the
is
Shrek
quite
trilogy.
bad.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't give a fuck about Shrek. Oh, but also, I think most people agree that the second one's better than the first one anyway. But I get the impression, even though that's said about Kung Fu Panda, I get the impression that, comparatively, Kung Fu Panda 1 is probably still a lot better in both people's eyes than Shrek 1. Maybe. I don't know.
I think Shrek 1 has dated kind of poorly because it
that's
created so many trends that has consumed media. Pop culture references, subverting expectations, all shit like that, like breaking tropes. That is what Shrek pioneered in, and now that is a standard that it created, right?
Well, I mean,
what was
I heard an
absolutely
interesting-
revolutionary at the time is now commonplace.
I had an interesting take though on that, because obviously it includes a lot of references to stuff from the time that it came out in. I had an interesting take on that, which is that at this, by now, because it's been so long even since then, like, you know, 5 years afterwards it would be kind of cringe, right, referencing things that were around then. But now it's sort of like, you can almost see it as like a time capsule, almost, which I just thought was interesting.
Yeah. I think that's another thing that people like about the second one, is that the stuff it referenced were kind of funnier. Like, they had like an OJ Simpson reference in it, I think. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, no, the car chase that I think was recorded of him, and they like recreated like the donkey as.
It's amazing.
Like Shrek. And I don't know, stuff like that. Yeah, no, the first and second movies, like, of both franchises, are pretty good.
Well,
the third one,
I feel like though,
it's kind of mid. If Kung Fu Panda, but like the third one of Shrek is genuinely the reason why people hate Shrek.
Yeah.
Like it was actually so bad that it subverted everyone's opinions of the franchise.
Anyway, but this is why I'm okay with there being another Kung Fu Panda film, though, because the third one was not as good as the first two. I know that.
Yeah, but I don't
like
know
it,
what
but
you think would change.
yeah, but I just mean it's not the kind of thing where it's like, no, leave it alone. It's not that kind of thing to me.
Yeah,
Which is why
but
I'm
only
okay
because
with.
they already kind of fucked it up. Like,
Yeah,
they
but I
already
thought-
should have left it alone after 2.
Yeah, but nothing's complete at 2, unfortunately.
No, I don't know what's complete now either.
Especially given they ended it showing his father. Like, oh, he's his dad.
Yeah, they definitely had to do it.
Can't leave it on Hif Clanger.
Clanger?
Hif Clanger.
If Clanger? Yeah, radio. Yeah. But like ignore the third Shrek movie and like skip over to the fourth, which is very easy to do since other than the children babies being born, nothing changes essentially. And the children aren't even in the fourth one for most of it. So basically you can easily skip the third Shrek movie. And it's advised to.
Yeah, because the fourth one's apparently good.
Yeah, it's generally back to form and it's yeah.
But is it as good as the first one at least?
It's probably better.
There is this weird trend
Like,
though,
it
isn't
holds
there?
up
Have you
more,
noticed
'cause it
this though?
looks a
There's
lot
like a
better.
weird trend of like animated sequels actually being really good.
Yeah, like yeah.
As in
that
the
is a
second
thing.
films in the series. Like a really good track record in general. I mean DreamWorks are probably doing a lot have done a lot of those, to be fair, but it still seems to be a thing.
Applying lithofoam on the rock box foil.
It's kind of crazy how like,
Spider-Verse might seal or break that. I mean, I don't see it being bad though. Probably better.
well, this one it's already a part 1, right? Like we're never gonna get another one after
Yeah,
this.
it's part 1. Yeah, true.
Yeah, which I don't know. I'm not gonna see it in the cinema, obviously.
No, I don't think
I
I've
watched
seen
I watched the first one on Netflix, and it's good.
It's good.
And obviously, it looks amazing. That
It's
doesn't even
good.
need to be fucking said. But
That is one of the things though where my expectations did actually kind of betray it, which usually doesn't happen with me, and I feel kind of bad about it. But I was expecting to like it more than I did.
A small but important victory against the rock.
To be honest.
yeah.
Keep it up.
But I think that's because I was expecting it to be more, I don't know, just constant dopamine, like how some enemies. It's a much more, just a much better. It's more like just an actual film that just happens to be animated. So I appreciate it in that
Yeah, and
context.
the animation just happened to be fucking like
Yeah,
revolutionary.
Yeah.
And probably is the reason why like the animated movies as a whole is kind of has a resurgence.
yeah.
Like
What was
shit
that
like
recent?
The
Oh,
Last
right.
Wish and
Sorry,
stuff.
that's the thing. I was thinking because I was thinking about the sequel thing that I said, where animated sequels have really good track record. I'm thinking I feel like I'm missing the big one,
Yeah.
and I was because it's Puss in Boots. But then that's also DreamWorks.
Yeah, they have a bit of a tendency. And How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, yeah, I know. I didn't.
Two?
I didn't mention
Actually,
it, but that
two
was
wasn't-
still in my. No, it is. I don't think is 2 not good. Or was that?
People don't-
What's the opinion on that?
I think everyone likes the third the most.
They're very similar though, apparently 2 and 3, which is quite impressive.
Yeah.
That 2 is the.
Well,
is the lesser
third's
one.
villain, I think, was a lot better. Like,
Really?
The second one's was just.
I
like
find
a
that really hard to
brute, right? He
imagine.
was just a guy.
He was awesome.
Well, no, the third one had like a. He was just a guy who was just smart and basically got it right or some shit. I don't know. Something like that shit. I don't think I watched.
I like the
shit.
second one. Drago Bloodfist. That guy. That guy. He's a bit like Atriox almost. It's like this big, like giant brute who's like he's physically stronger than everyone, but he's also smarter.
Atriox.
From Halo.
What, from Ben 10? Oh,
That's Vilgax. Vilgax.
that's not.
No, Aatrox is the brute who everyone assumed was going to be the main villain, but wasn't.
And they subverted your expectations.
Well, I guess the benefit there is that he's left over to be in a better game, but doesn't seem like that's going to
If we
happen.
ever get one.
Yeah.
I say wait.
Not that Halo
you.
Infinite was bad.
I'm not
Actually,
saying we.
no. I think about Halo Infinite's campaign a lot, and I feel I genuinely. I don't know who I'm most angry at. I don't know if I'm more angry at 343 for seemingly just, or like the guys. I'm not sure if I'm angry at the guys behind it for seemingly just not bothering about campaign anymore. If I'm more angry at the Halo fan base for not giving that campaign credit it deserves.
Both.
Which is
Both deserve hate.
yeah, Halo community fucking sucks. The fact that there's so few people can acknowledge that that campaign is good. It's really annoying.
Thing is, I don't like. Obviously, 343 is like deserves like probably 80% of the shit it gets. Right, but I think there's also like when your players are always expecting the worst, it doesn't matter what you give them really.
No,
Right? Like,
no, it doesn't change the fact that the community does suck, and they're definitely
Yeah.
worse people than 343 are. Or at least some of them are. A lot of them. There's more bad
but
people
I think
in the community
honestly,
than in
the
343 itself.
shittiness of Halo has probably created them as such terrible,
Yes.
spiteful people.
Yeah, I don't even think it was necessarily a change between developers, even because it just wasn't. I remember at the time, I think a lot of people were open. Because Halo 4 wasn't received that it wasn't like really aggressive backlash. It was quite slow for people to realise that it wasn't what they wanted. Actually, so people were sort of willing to give Big 3 a chance. It wasn't immediately like, fuck you. I think that's the thing though. We all gave them a chance, and then they kind of blew it. I guess it's one of the problems. The Halo community were willing to give someone a chance. I mean, when it didn't work out, they've immediately gone to expecting the worst all the time.
Well, that's what happens, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
You get lied to once, you get backstabbed once. That's kind of it.
which isn't fair because I think that Infinite's campaign is their best campaign and is easily better than Halo 1. Well,
The thing is like, I mean, I actually played it, which I still find is wild. Like, I don't know why the fuck I played it.
well, that's fine. I mean, it plays different.
It was-
plays
I
quite
enjoyed it.
differently to the others as well. Plays differently to the other
Yeah,
games
like,
in a way
well,
that's
actually, the
probably more
gameplay
universally
I
appealed.
wasn't a huge fan of.
I find that a bit strange considering one of my things I use to my biggest praise of Infinite is that it's a good modded version of Halo gameplay that more people can enjoy.
Once again, I mean, like coming back to me, like I literally probably spent 98% of the time I just used the what's the gun I always get the name wrong of?
Mangler.
Mangler.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Mauler.
Yeah, which annoys me because the
I
Mauler
used
is like
that.
is there was a weapon called the Mauler and it was very similar, but they're not the same. And it's like, where did he get that from? He doesn't know about the Mauler itself. He doesn't know what that is.
Better name. But yeah, I just used that like the whole time. So really, like, just kind of used the same weapon for the entire time. And then in the end, I just started flying everywhere as soon as I unlocked the plane. So I didn't even like grapple hook around much. So basically, I streamlined the fun out of the game. But even then, the story was pretty rad until the end. I didn't give a fuck about like any of it really. Like the new race of Sigma
that stuff.
bitches
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
no one gives a shit about that stuff. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
that's
but,
the
like-
kind of thing that 343 does. You know,
Yeah.
the other stuff with like the just the banished and just a bunch of guys, just this crew of different various troublemakers. That's how I like to see it. That's much more like Halo a bit. It's more like Halo, something like Halo 2.
Yeah, but they're not even that. Like, I mean, like I don't know, but Master Chief was
Lots
fucking
like it.
awesome.
Best written version of Master Chief as well.
Yeah.
The franchise.
He
It's like
just
they took
kind
it
of
too
like
far in
said
4 and
things.
5, but it's like he's actually more of a character than in Bungie's games as well. Like they
Yeah.
genuinely did a good job there.
And like it was they could just do that as well. They had to basically have someone bring out the character, and that's what like the Echo guy was.
Yeah, I'm not a
Right.
big fan of him specifically. But
I liked
he doesn't annoy me though, really. I'm not a big fan, but he could have annoyed me a lot more. And he serves his purpose, definitely. But yeah, Master Chief's written great. And I love the villains in that game. A lot.
chances
Except
are
for
we
the
might
except
not
for the
even like
main
seeing them
villain.
again.
Well, yeah, Free for Free's got a really good habit of ditching side characters.
Because I mean, they ditched a shit ton to like add him essentially, right? I mean,
They ditched everyone.
you know, there's like an entire backlog.
They ditched every character. That's the problem I have with it, because there's a lot of great characters that they've just left in the dust. Even ones that they created. Actually, that's just the one guy. And you do hear his voice in Infinite. But yeah, it has my favourite villains as well. I mean, the actual main villain is like... just nothing. The Harbinger. But... all the other guys, and Escharum as the actual main villain. Great. Love him. I even like Atriox in that game, even though he's not really present. When he literally, he kind of just sacrificed his home world just to gain the upper hand against Cortana, and I'm just like, I like this guy. He's kind of a nut job.
Didn't Cortana destroy his own world? Wasn't that why he got paired?
No, that wasn't the catalyst. That actually, I can't remember why, but that, you know, actually somehow gave him the upper hand, or at least.
I mean, I guess there was no real nothing holding him back.
It made Cortana think that he had him completely under like command, basically, or her will. They probably just made her let her guard down, because Atriox has control of the thing that you will not fucking know at all, and I barely know it. Something called is it mendicant bias, or I think it's offensive bias, which is like this AI which the Forerunners use to do something. I don't know, either way it's like incredibly powerful. Basically he's gonna fuck shit up if they ever make the next game. And
there's also
the problem I have.
these
It's not even that.
Resurging.
It's not even that though. It's not just that. It's not just the fact that they might not make it. It's the fact that whenever they do, they tend to ditch previous story threads. And in this case, they got no reason to, because they're actually set up for it to be good.
Yeah, but they got two, right? Because of the ancient race fuckers. I thought that was going to be the next one. They're like coming back.
I don't fucking know. Halo doesn't make me that sad though anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you apathy at this point, right? I mean, what's the point in crying?
Not necessarily. No, I'm actually in a really weirdly good position, I think, where I'm invested but I'm apathetic when things are bad.
You're invincible, as far as
Basically.
the internet's concerned.
Yeah. Like, if things are bad, I'm not surprised. If things are good, then it's a pleasant surprise, basically.
Yeah.
So that, you know, it's like, that's not bad. It's not a terrible way for things to be. I wish it was just good outright. Not that the game itself is bad at the moment. It's not. I play it every week. And then I'm in a position now where I do all my weekly challenges, because I just enjoy it and I progress the things. Also, next season we'll have the actual progression system. So,
Wow.
like, I know, right?
Wow.
Seriously though, adding in a progression system post-release is the most AAA shit I've ever heard.
Getting more ammo.
It is. The thing is, though, it's like you could read it as this: they genuinely did not conceive of the fact that they would have to encourage you to play the game. Like if a real bad faith interpretation is literally that they just assumed everyone would play the game, and
I
they
don't really
need a
know how
reason
to. Well, no, because it almost feels like it must be that, right? Especially when you can look at how it was originally, where it was obviously just to the battle passes, and the only way to progress it was by completing challenges as well. It's like, what? What? The fuck?
Yeah.
Bro.
That was. I mean, plenty of things like personal, but like I caught onto that like fucking immediately, and I could not get over it. Like, every time we like won or lost a game, I was like, oh, we got like nothing like for it, or like no difference.
Yeah, they've changed that, but not quite all the way. But that's fine because I assume the actual progression will be entirely based on like your points, probably.
How well you do is kind of like
Yeah.
the thing that I assume they got right in fucking Halo 1. I've had to get
Well, Halo 1 didn't have that at all.
2.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I don't remember what 2 was like in terms of. I don't really know because 2 was right at the cusp of multiplayer, like online multiplayer existing. So this kind of thing wasn't really even thought about, right?
Drop pod en route. Hang in there.
Halo 3 had it though. Halo 3 had it, but that was like 2007 still very early days for multiplayer games, like online PvP stuff. But Reach was the perfect system for that, and they just ignored.
Drop pod has arrived. Plug is
Yes.
checking.
Anyway,
I think Reach was the perfect system for everything.
Drop pod departed.
it is though.
3 minutes.
Alright.
Anyway,
One for the books. Leaving escape pod.
he's been actually saying quite a few things about Halo.
Poor guy. Oh no, wait, we've been doing that too.
They should have had a Spiker, maybe version of the needle rifle. Unfortunately, the Disruptor is their version of the needle rifle. Hey, you remember the Disruptor?
Is that the pistol that
The
does
electric
nothing and then
pistol.
proceeds to do nothing?
Well, it does do something. It's got electric
No.
damage over time, right? You just no, it's not. It doesn't matter if it was good or not. You remember that part of it, and you just remember this.
Yeah.
Electricity. Gone. Got rid of it.
Did they buff its
They
damage?
nerfed it.
Congratulations, miner.
What? 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 What?
They're really fucking shit at balancing the game. They nerfed the Commando fairly recently as well.
What? What?
What did they buff? I don't know. They didn't buff anything. Well, obviously, the manga got nerfed like not too
Ages ago.
far in. Yeah, quite a while ago because they didn't like the fact that you could one-shot melee and like other players. Now no one uses it. So there you go. Well done. You're really tightening because people just use even they'll pick up like the rocket launcher obviously, but apart from that it's just like just use your weapons that you start with.
Yeah.
Or the needler. Needler's good.
It's so like they're not even just bad at like the game making part. So they're
Well,
just
they're not bad at
like,
that. They're not. They're good at making like shooter games, I guess, from a base level.
not good at maintaining it though.
No, they're not good at making, and definitely not good at making products. Because that's an important part of things. I wish we had gotten another game between here and Infinite. What do you mean here and Infinite? Infinite is here.
They could not have managed to do that though. Could not have managed to make Infinite. if
Are
they
you
had to
ready
do
for the
another
hentai
game.
meteor in season 4? I never thought about it from that perspective, and I'm upset that you're here to say it, Marcus Lang. Frankly,
I've never been so excited for tentacles in my entire life.
I haven't even
Except
thought.
that one
I haven't
time,
even thought
but
about
we
the
don't
Rule
talk about
34 side of that, like for obvious reasons, because that's not where my brain goes. But I just realised that's
Imagine
going to
not
be a
having
thing.
that level of brain rot. Pretty cringe.
I know, right? I wouldn't call Infinite half a story. Just because it ends on a cliffhanger. Even then, it doesn't really. Who's doing a Betsy impression? What does that even mean? Where is everyone? Where's my family?
They're gone, Harry.
Orbital insertion sequence initiated.
You will never see them again. Or you may.
Well, you may.
Not sure.
You might. You might.
Would not know.
Why don't you know? Don't you know?
I'm kind of a dumbass. But also a genius at the same time.
Don't you know?
Even a dumbass, if he says things enough times, will probably say something smart. And that's the
A
theory
broken
I
clock
go
is
by.
right twice a day.
Yeah, and I'm right like once a week. Actually, that's not true. I'm
Oh,
always right.
Apparently, you're doing the Betsy impression, just going what. I don't know if you are doing that though. Are you? Are you?
I did that when you were listing off the nerfs.
Right. Bloody good point you got there, mate. Yeah. Yeah. I keep trying to use the disruptor, but you can't. You know, some people might have said, "Well, you couldn't do that before," and I would say, "Yeah, I know." I think you can.
It wasn't just us then, was it?
No.
The general consensus?
Well, Tyler,
that
it was
the
you.
Disruptor
It wasn't
fucking
me.
ass?
It wasn't me. It was never me. Everyone else said it was ass though.
Right.
But yeah, well,
So
see,
I was right
they buffed the strength of the thing that happens when you. They call it super combine when you combo shots and it does something. The actual damage that it does just from that effect, just from hitting 3 shots, they increased, but the damage over time is gone, which that is at least it made it unique. But I think
Not a good unique though.
not necessarily, but I think
Being able to get killed by someone that's already dead is never a good ability in any game.
No, especially considering it never seemed to work for me, which is obviously the worst sin.
Yeah. Guns always have to work for you.
But no, I think what you can do though is if you just hit the 3 shots and then melee, I think that is a kill. I've done it once though, and I wasn't. But if it is, that might be something. Maybe. No one buffed the Banshee. I don't know. I mean, it's still weak as shit.
The vehicles.
The vehicle. Vehicle. Did you hear though? They're going to fix all the problems of Halo by moving to a totally new engine again? Well, they're not. They never actually changed the engine. That was a lie. Because Halo kind of doesn't work on other engines.
Well, I thought the point of the Halo Infinite was that they made a new engine that
Yeah,
actually
it's not
will work.
true.
Well, they genuinely
it's
just
an
lie.
It's an upgraded version of that engine. Anyway,
Yeah.
Halo will never work on Unreal. That's the point. And the fact that they're considering that is really bad.
In all fairness, I know very little about game design, but I know one thing. Engines are the most difficult things to do. As it stands, I know nothing about game design, but I could make a game within probably a couple months. It wouldn't be a good one, but I'd be able to make it. An engine would probably take me like 7 years of learning and doing it. I know
Yeah.
engines are the seriously hard part about making games.
Put that engine on me.
The fact that they assigned themselves or got assigned to do that was kind of a pretty big F. Not going to happen anytime soon.
All ogre now.
Oh no.
All
That
ogre.
ruined internet culture.
It's all ogre.
Well, actually, it just ruined the minds of so many people.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to calmly deny it.
The generational brain rot induced by Shrekker's love, Shrekker's light.
I wonder what the person
Unquantifiable.
who made that is thinking right now.
I wonder if the person that made that is still alive and not dead in a Cuban prison.
Cuban prison.
Yeah. For being the guy that made that video.
Yeah.
He got sent to Cuba, put in a prison, killed, and it's still there.
I'm thinking about the decontaminator pack.
Feel sorry for you.
And I'm looking at a guy in my game with Biohazard on paint job, armor paint job. And I'm thinking, I think I see how this is going to go. It's just going to be that, but without the nice, like, silver parts. So, right.
Cool. Glad we're real merry. Real chuffed. Yeah, no, as mentioned, though, it doesn't really matter. Like, the DLC is slightly underwhelming. Doesn't mean the season is shit.
No, I don't
Doesn't
think
mean
it
that
will be shit.
The actual cosmetics in the battle pass are going to be shit. It's just we see very little, and when you don't like what you see, it does feel a bit woof. But
Yeah. I mean, I just literally, I think it was maybe yesterday or I don't know, one day recent. I just watched the season 3 trailer. I thought this is this is pretty good. Like you watch it, you think that's a good amount there, really.
yeah,
Really
it
not
didn't
bad.
translate in the game.
No, I guess not.
I know that was not your point at all, but I did swerve it that way.
The new Bean Dips here. The new DLC is going to be a travesty. Well, it's not. I mean, majority of people are still like, no, give your money, give your funds. I love it. But not everyone.
I wonder how that makes us feel though, because like people did say that, and people will do that, and we are going to do that, right? Like we don't like the look of it, we're going to buy it anyway.
Well,
But I
I'm
wonder
gonna
how
buy
they
it.
feel. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm going to get Tom to buy it, but or I might buy it in the end. I don't know. Yeah, point. But like, I wonder how they feel when they see that, right? Because like, generally speaking, like when you see people that mixed with your game, like they're probably still not be happy about it, but they ultimately they know people are getting it for free and they're going to enjoy it anyway, or like stuff like that. They're going to try and get. But like, seeing people say, yeah, like, or generally disappointed with the look of the DLC, but still going to get it anyway. I wonder how that makes
Well,
you.
I
Like,
suppose what's
feel.
interesting is that they usually end up looking worse in game. Not that I would say many of
Yeah.
them have been bad, but I just mean, like, for example, there's a lot of things you kind of get the wrong impression. I would say maybe Robot Rebellion was one of those. I'm not sure. Either way, all I'm saying is, it might sound a bit weird. I feel like it probably is going to look better in game than it feels like it's going to.
Well, I feel like
And it looks in that
an
trailer.
always important thing worth mentioning is that you're not forced to use all of them at the same time. You can pick and choose if some of them look better or worse than others. I don't quite apply to that knowledge. I tend
Obviously they
to,
don't look great, but there's still a chance that the paint jobs can hold some weight. I mean, like I said, the weapon paint job isn't crazy, but I did say, and I'm right about this, that they could have at least had the armor match the weapon paint job, because the weapon paint job was at least different to the Biohazard one. It's like, no, we'll just make the armor look like Biohazard again. But the weapon paint job doesn't. Not that it was amazing, but you could have at least done that for the armor as well. Not like a yellow-black kind of thing. So like, that would have been kind of neat for the armor. But no! No! You'd kill for some more overclocks. I would kill... Like, I would literally squash 50 newborn mice with some new overclocks.
I think mice as an animal, and obviously, people like scientists know this, is one that a lot of people don't feel apathetic towards.
I know.
Like it's
That's because
some of
they
the few
don't-
animals
that's
that
because they
people
don't
generally
deserve
yeah,
to
fucking get
die.
them.
What?
No, like mice as a whole is like the one that people are like, yeah, no, fuck them, but
What the fuck?
those rat ass bastards deserve it.
No, rats. It's rats.
Yeah, but mice are like rats, but like smaller.
They're very different creatures, really. Mice are not like pestilence carriers.
Stolons.
Mice are cool. Mice don't deserve to die.
Then why would you squish a bunch of infant ones, Harry?
Because it's worth it for new overclocks.
I've said this once, I'll say it again. They just need to revamp some of the older ones, really.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Like, at the very least. Just, like...
Well, no, it's not.
Look
It's not
at
inherently because of the selection itself. I mean, it will just be cool to have more to unlock.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, the selection itself still needs some adjustments. I mean, I said something yesterday, as in the video that will come out next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I guess. It's when it comes to the ones that actually need to change, though, it's quite a short list. When it comes to things that I want to change, it's quite a long list. But the things that really need to change is like plasma buster missiles, reatomizer. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think as a rule of thumb, they should go back to all of the Gen 1, Gen 2 overclocks and think, if we were to be making these now, would we do them any differently? Right?
So,
like, yeah, because
do you
like new
think
overclocks
well,
and
hold
new
on.
stuff,
Do you think
they're
they should
all really
change them,
different.
or do you think they should make whatever those ideas would be as new ones?
I think everyone would probably prefer that they do the second one.
Yeah.
Where, like, instead of just doing like a simple face melter, they add like an alternate fire mode type or some shit like that.
I don't,
like the
because I
opposite
don't
of
think there's
Snowball,
anything wrong
like-
with most of those overclocks existing. I just think there's a higher proportion of them compared to the new ones. Not that the new weapons are completely devoid of them, but I mean, if you look at secondaries, they really only have one or two at most that are like that. They're still there, which is why it needs to happen. Is because more so for Gen 1 and Gen 2 to get some, much needed facelifting, because they deserve to have more life breathed into them, frankly. It's just been long enough, especially after once it's been more than one, or I guess maybe now more than 2 seasons since the new weapons obviously make old weapons more interesting in tandem as a side effect. The way to make old weapons more interesting is adding more overclocks. And basically, I've said this quite a few times, but the point I'm trying to make is that it's just an objectively good idea. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
not that I can necessarily make the best case in the world for why you should do it right now, but there's no argument against it.
No.
So
It's gonna be the closest thing we get to new weapons.
it's also
for, like,
it's that
the
it's
next couple of years.
it would be really close, but it's also a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
So they should probably capitalise on that.
The only issue is that I think they would only ever add like one per gun, and while I don't think that's a bad idea, if that's the only one we get until like the next load, it's like, oh fuck right off. Like, I'm sorry, but that like they have been lowballing the equipment content when they can, right?
Well, hold on. One per
And I
gun
think-
is 24 in total. If you take what
Sure, but
one of the...
it's one per gun.
I know.
Like they'd sign up for at least 2.
Well, I was thinking it would either be that, which I think is reasonable, but if we were to go
It's reasonable
lower-
if it's the only thing they focus on, right? Like, I genuinely, like, that instead of doing 1 per gun, if that, and
10
doing
per
some other
class.
thing, they would make sure that they only, like, they focus entirely on, I guess maybe 10 per class, but at least 1 on each weapon, though.
Well, that's what I mean. 10 per class
every weapon
is
should be
10 per
touched.
class is at least 1 per weapon, with 4 extra per class to just go whatever. As in putting it down to a number might not be the best way to say things, but as in for them, but more like it's a good. I think it's a good way to judge afterwards, though. Like, how many did each weapon get? Because like they shouldn't be forced to come up with. It might not be that easy to come up with 2 overclocks for a weapon that's already got 7, as much as it probably is for something that's got less than 7. What I mean. So you shouldn't force 2 overclocks onto the ones that already have 7, is what I'm saying.
No, fair, but I think I don't know. It needs to be the focus, the hard focus of the season.
I mean,
Like
if you
they
want
don't
to
even
hold on,
touch the
how
other
would
seasonal
you?
stuff before they've added enough to the guns.
What about doing it by gen, even? And like it could be like a lot, but just for Gen 1, and that's a season. You know, it's like the Gen 1 facelift almost. The Gen 1 overclock dump, but it's all Gen 1. But it's like 3
It would have to be like
plus.
3 each.
3 plus 3
And even then,
3 to 4 per gun.
it would feel very weird, wouldn't it? Like, you know, like all the Gen 1 weapons would feel really fresh, which I guess would be a pretty good start, because the Gen 3 weapons would barely need it until probably the season where they get it, because they've been out for like a good couple of years then.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why.
But yeah, I think you know, facelift is probably the right word, because that would include some like because obviously they do some balancing, but it's really not the focus, and they've clearly never shown it to be the case. And I feel maybe like a season balance, or a season focused on balancing, would be interesting.
Well, I think maybe the by gen thing might appeal to them a little bit more, where they can sort of push that and be like, it's like Gen 1 but revamped, and it's like you can actually, you know, it's pretty obvious. Or at least it wasn't that obvious, but they always had some kind of way to tie it into the season, at least a little bit, which is like, oh, bad shit. Here's some new stuff to kill them with. And I feel like just new overclocks is just like, I think on that level it doesn't appeal to them, which I think is unfair. It might be unfair to say that's exactly how they see it as well, because that might not be true. But it was like, if it was more like revamping the gens of weapons, it's like, we're going to bring up all your like basic equipment up to like a higher standard. That might appeal to them sort of a little bit more.
Just like zhuzh them a little bit, like to do literally just like what I said earlier, just like not just with overclocks, but like everything. Like if we were to do this now, like if we were to remake it, like we were to get the flamethrower idea in front of us, like right now, after we've done like the side pump on that, how would we do this? Would it be the same as this? And I bet you they'd say no. They would change the flamethrower would be so fucking different if they added it now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but that's just described to the way the game evolves, and I think they're okay with what's in the game representing the way that they've changed in terms of developing things. Well, I think they're okay with the fact that they're from a simpler time and therefore also simpler weapons. They're absolutely fine with that. Do you think they'll mess with some of the Sabata's overclocks? Has been dipped. I don't know. I couldn't say exactly what they're going to do. I'd imagine it's probably not as much the overclocks, though. It's the other parts. Unless they take to heart the automatic fire thing, where a lot of people want it to be made an upgrade.
Because the interesting thing with that is, like, normally they have to fuck around with like ammo to damage, right? That they have to add like more ammo to the base gun, or vice versa if it's a nerf. Like some shit like that, right? But I think Sabata's ammo to damage thing is pretty good, right? Like we literally did it today. Like you could easily pick damage over ammo given the right build. It's not that big a deal. So I don't really know where they would tackle buffing it, other than just like generally buffing it. But since there are people that already actually value it to be kind of strong, I don't think that's inherently the best idea.
I think the changes will be a little bit more elaborate.
I mean, it's more interesting. Literally, just make it more interesting of a weapon. Like either have the mods be a little bit more engaging than just ammo damage, accuracy. That's it. Ammo damage, accuracy. That's literally it. The entire thing. I guess clip size reload as well. Actually, though, in that first tier. So that's the spiciest it gets. Is those two. And the overclocks aren't bad, but genuinely, I mean, you compare them to like even the EPC and Wave Cooker tier 5s, the Sabatas 3 unstable overclocks could easily be the tier 5s, and they would still be the most boring tier 5s for the Driller's secondary weapons. And that's
Yep.
how kind of wild it is.
Yep. Definitely don't disagree.
Which is one of the probably an idea I would posit is literally turn all those 3 into tier 5s. Maybe give hit volatile bullets, like switch it over.
Huh?
And so that, like, you switch all the unstable into tier 5s, and then you return the volatile bullets that's tier 5s into just the overclock for it, and it'll be harder. Like, it'll be an actual volatile bullets. And then it'd have 2 unstable slots to mess around with, because that volatile bullet could be like a balance. And they can go at those unstable with current day shenanigans, where they're the absence of mischief. And while they're there, change it into a nail gun, just for safekeeping.
Yeah. Oh, what? Sure. Sorry,
It's just
I was
artificial
looking-
shush.
I was looking back at that post of it. Someone asking if there's any good DLG YouTubers, and it's like multiple people saying, "Reapy Ron is the best. I love Reapy Ron." The fuck is this?
It's the Deep Rock community, man. The most play it safe, like, play to all audiences, to the most generally receptive, simplest
Minds.
communities.
The simplest minds read the most horrific. You know what I'm talking about. If you...
Your mother.
That would be your mother. I love Team Fortress 2 in concept. I love like the vibe from all the clips I've seen of it, but I don't think I'd ever play it.
I can't play it. I mean, I think my PC can run it, but it's too much. I can't I can't be mousing and keyboarding around as much as it expects me to.
There's no reason I feel like I haven't done nothing today, but that's just not true. You know,
Speaking of, I've probably got to do something. Got to do the washing up and then start dinner.
That's what I'm thinking about. Where's my dinner? Oh no.
I don't know. Bed. Was your family gone out for dinner and you didn't remember?
God, if
Now
that
you're
happened,
sitting
I'd be
there?
so fucking angry.
Because they left you behind, or because you forgot?
Because they let me forget.
Liquid morkite, and we're sending
And
in
left me
a
A bit
behind.
of both.
to fill.
Yeah.
Cranking, and let's pump those deposits dry. Get to work, roughnecks.
I love Kung Fu!
I'm totally loaded. Go! Get to work! Let's get the more kite.
Object requested is inbound.
Get the middle.
What person does someone like disliking would make you like immediately mistrust them? Like, you wouldn't trust someone if they just for some reason didn't like this specific person, like a celebrity, like Jack Black. Would you trust someone who doesn't like Jack Black or like dislikes him?
Jack Black is certainly up there.
And I do mean like dislike. You don't. I don't. Cause, you know, I don't think you have to like Jack Black, but if you can't tolerate him, I think there's something wrong with you.
Pump jack
You're just like, I hate this guy. Just like,
It just means that you're a not cool person, right?
But Tyler,
Like
the
you
thing is,
just
though, we agree on
admitted
that. I
to
feel like we
being
need
a loser.
unique answers.
Yeah.
And I guess Brian Blessed,
Jack's here.
pretty
Let's
easy.
get it hooked up to the refinery.
And it's almost like I find him annoying and be like, are you retarded? Are you retarded?
Yeah.
Oh, that would just concern me. 'Cause it's just like, there's no reason to dislike Brian Blessed.
Locked down.
You're getting angry over a hypothetical person here.
I often do that. That's what Twitter's all about. It's what...
Average Twitter user.
Twitter. I use Twitter.
Yeah. There is someone. I can't remember it though. Who my mum doesn't like, and
Oh.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it would be your mum, isn't it?
Reloading.
Actually, no, I don't think that was something. It was just westerns. Because I wanted to like keep like we should watch Django. Let's watch Django Unchained. Let's watch Django Unchained. And eventually, I nagged her enough to where we did it. But
Yeah, but that's why she probably didn't like it. Because you had to nag her into it.
She said she did.
Oh,
But no,
cool.
she didn't want to watch it because she doesn't like westerns. Because for no good reason. I mean,
I mean-
She did not have a good reason at all.
Oh.
She just said she didn't like westerns.
Well, maybe you don't always have a good reason. You just don't feel Western. Or...
Yeah, I know. But that's what I think. I was thinking.
Larva splattered.
Right.
But that's not a person. It's a genre.
Then again, I'm not sure why I'm saying these things because I don't really want to defend your mum. And
That's fair. It's never a good thing to defend.
she's kind of stupid. She like.
There are a lot of bad things to defend.
Well, you know, the Justice League thing. It's the first.
Yeah.
That was the catalyst for me realising she's a fucking idiot.
This is fun.
She likes Cavill, which is something at least.
I guess, but it's like
Got to
No.
take your victories when they come.
I.
She also likes Justin Bieber, so you know.
Yeah. Great. Justin Bibble.
Not that I've actually heard her talk about it for a while. Not that I've heard him being talked about.
Yeah, he's kind of. He's still very popular though.
Yeah, he did like Yummy,
He's just
where
not.
he basically
He's just
begged
not
his
hot
audience
anymore.
to like.
He's just not like
Yeah.
the talk of the town anymore. But he's still very popular.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
'cause-
just
because,
fell into
because like
normal-
celebrities get talked about so much now. It feels like if they're not being talked about, then they're not popular, but they are. You don't hear much about people like Justin Bieber or Ariana Grande much anymore, but they're still massively popular.
Yeah.
They're just not. The
There's
most
people listen to the
controversial
music,
things.
just not talking about it. Which is why Kanye's got it right. Just constantly
Kanye.
stir shit, and you'll
Kanye.
always be in the fucking like talk.
Yeah, it's true.
Like not a year goes
Not that he
by where
needs
someone
it.
doesn't bring up like what hey guys, you see what Kanye's up to?
Why
Like
did you say
yeah.
Kanye? What the hell is wrong with you?
What?
Kanye? No. No. That I'll accept someone accidentally calling him Kanye, but not Kanye.
Alright, fine, Ye then. Which I think is actually
Fucking
how
hell.
he prefers to be addressed.
It is, and I hate it. It's- not that I really have anything to say about Kanye West. I've never been a fan. Probably, well, I wouldn't ever be anyway. But I mean, everything the things recently
I
said,
listened-
I'm leaning towards it a little bit more. No.
Yeah. When him and Drake released their like albums about the same time, and it was like Certified Girl Lover or some shit, and then like Kanye's, I think it was Donda.
No, it was Certified
It was
Lover
like
Boy.
Yeah, that's the one. Certified Boy Lover.
No, it wasn't Boy Lover.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna listen to both and see who's better or worse. As
Yeah, she
someone that
listened to
doesn't.
Donda.
Yeah, and to be honest, Donda wasn't bad.
Donda's got like some
I-
incomplete stuff on it though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It's not my genre at all. But Donda was like nice to listen to. It was funky, you know.
So you would hear a song
But-
end halfway through with no outro, you'd be like, oh, it's not my genre, maybe that's just how it is. You're like Tom when he plays a new game. Just no expectations retained from any other video game. Like, how do you move? Is it left stick?
Well,
or is
if-
it throw controller at wall?
if I'm going into it with like any sort of judginess, I'll stop listening to it like immediately, right? It's like, oh, this isn't the exact thing I want to listen to, so see ya. Like, no, I signed up for whatever the hell it was, so I dealt with whatever the hell it was, and I never noticed the song ending halfway through.
I mean, Donda wasn't. The thing is, Donda wasn't a normal album, though.
Accepted. Stand clear.
Yeah, it
Like,
was some weird shit.
It wasn't normal. Like, that's, yeah.
But
Sending in cleansing equipment.
the
Donda.
certified boy lover fucking blew. Like
Sure
I
it did.
probably got like half an hour into it and I just couldn't stand it. It's just a bunch of mumble shit. Like
Well,
Donda's
because
was
what I've
just,
heard is
I
that
don't know.
Drake is more of a singer anyway, so that sounds a bit odd to me. More of a singer than a rapper.
No,
from
not
what I've heard.
really. He's way more. Well, I think he had
And
like
I've heard that from
tons of
people who are
collabs.
really into this stuff. So
He had like it was like most of his songs were like featuring so and so, which I think Kanye had as well. In all fairness. But-
Yeah. But whatever. Carry on. Kind of funny actually, Kanye.
But yeah,
It doesn't actually annoy me. It doesn't annoy me because I like Kanye. It just annoys me because I'm autistic about it. Maybe I should point that. I don't know if I need to point that out, but I don't give a fuck about Kanye West. I'm just a real.
Well, you're
I'm just a
pronouncing his name
stickler for
right.
pronunciation.
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 No.
No,
Pronunciation.
no, monsieur. I've been practicing my French.
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. Rude.
Moving on.
Moving on to French people.
What's his name?
No,
You know what I'm about.
a French person.
Yeah, you do. French musician person.
French musician, Stromae.
Yeah.
What about him?
I don't know. Considering, you know, we speak a completely different language, he's so far I've heard more good songs from him than.
Yeah, I think that's because he is
other-
actually talented.
Oh. Although whenever I say that I like Formidable, you
Well, no,
and Tom are
he-
like, actually,
It's
the
not.
other songs
Well, I get it. Formidable is nice, but it's like not. It's sad. I don't like it.
yeah,
Anyway,
it's like a
no,
nice
but,
set.
no, I know he's talented though because not non-English speaking artists do not get popular. But he is. He's very popular. I mean, give him credit for that. So
He can
does have
break
some good
through
music.
the English zeitgeist where
Yeah,
some
because his
fucking
music just sounds good.
ass ego. Yeah, but I think it's just like French song sounds alright as well. I think, right? It's like
French singing doesn't sound bad, does it? It's like that. The accent, as in the French accent, isn't. Sometimes it's a nice accent. Sometimes people shit on
yeah,
French
as long as
people.
it's not being
People shit
taught.
on French people, but it's not an inherently bad accent.
Never gets old.
Yeah, Stromae's best song is obviously "Tous les mêmes."
No.
What is it then? Formidable, vanilla ass.
Every larva killed
Vanilla.
Yeah, you're vanilla.
Well, how we know? We'd have to look up which songs to listen to more. If
I think
to
it's
the men, then
Papa
you're
Ute.
vanilla.
I think it's Papa Ute. I think it's like by far actually.
deploying Lindo bow.
Kind of weird that we got introduced to him by like a French teacher. I guess
Is
it would be
it?
weirder if it
Is
was like
it
our maths
though?
teacher.
Is
or
that
something.
weird? Is it really?
How many French teachers introduce a class to musicians?
I think
right?
that actually happens in language classes fairly often, to be honest.
How the fuck would you know? Is your English teacher introduced you to Drake or some shit?
No, but that's not a language class. It's not like teaching you a language. It's not a foreign language class.
From a perspective, it is.
No. Yeah, from the perspective of a retard or a foreigner.
Hey,
Not that those two things are different.
Terrors onto your team.
They are different.
Get ready.
That was a joke.
we don't be doing jokes here on Barrel Vision.
Attached now.
The fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I can find out how many listens from me. I wonder what its name translates to. Probably Stromboli. Stromae has 11 million monthly listeners.
Wow.
The most listened to song is Alors on Danse, radio edit, at 527 million listens. Then it's Papoute at 413 million. Then Tous les Mêmes at 213 million. And Formidable is not in his top 5.
Vanilla my ass.
But it's like the first one.
Yeah, it was the first song I ever heard of him, so that was it. That's the only song I like.
Exactly.
Everything else just sounds like a copy from that song.
No, they don't. It's stupid.
Why is it?
Formidable single, 188 million. So it actually is higher than some of the top ones. I think that's just because the top ones is partially dictated by how many monthly listens, I think, as well.
People
two of
dropped
them.
Formidable.
Yeah, they did, because it sucks.
No.
That's just bullshit though, because it is a good song. I don't know why I'm saying that. That's like literally just a case of like I'm against the other person, so I'm just gonna say that what they're defending is shit, even though I know it's not.
I agree to that. The hate meta.
Yeah, but I don't like that kind of thing. I try to
Well,
avoid
you
it
just
usually.
did it.
I know, and I'm annoyed.
Join the club.
I'm ashamed. No, fuck your club.
Nice club. There's clubs.
It's not a nice club.
The club.
The club. I was in a Doctor Who club in
Club
primary
clubs.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in film club
What's
and gardening club and karate club. That
Oh.
one was the worst one.
What's it fucking was? One that requires
I did
physical
not
effort.
participate like at all.
Read the toes.
I mean, none of
Shit,
it.
fucking lazy. At a young age.
Well, I think I had to do it because mum, like, she
Well,
couldn't
that
really
would
pick
make
us up.
it. That would make it
Um,
like hated. I guess that's a pretty easy way to make your child not want to do something when they're forced to do it. Fucking stupid parents.
Well, I got to choose which one I wanted.
You're the fucking
and I'm pretty
idiot.
sure I chose karate in all fairness. But yeah. Okay, yeah, I just kind of had to do one because she wouldn't be there to pick us up at normal time. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Lego Club there once. I think it was Animation Club. It was
That-
pretty good clubs. I forgot I did all them.
Yeah.
'Cause I just stopped doing them, going to like you know,
Well, yeah. I mean, we had Lego Club at secondary school, Tyler.
Yeah, but I wasn't doing extracurricular activities. Fuck it, I'm too busy watching anime or shit.
Too busy getting home in 10 minutes, unlike me, to Lego Club. Still caught fucking train home, you piece of shit.
Too busy being within like walking distance of school and
No,
being as snug as a bug.
but exactly,
you know,
that
while you're
shit
still on
does.
the train.
That shit obviously breeds laziness, though. Obviously, convenience obviously does. It's so. I feel like it's not a hard thing to understand.
Yeah.
Also, I know I made this point already, but the small meteors do look exactly like tyrant weed. Core.
Yeah.
See, the big
Once
ones,
again,
similar shape. When you look at the
repetitive
small
game design.
ones, unless it's connected. So I've had 2 meteors in this mission, as in 4 meteors, 2 pairs that just spawned inside each other. You mind? You mind?
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Stand back. Supply
Illuminati.
DLG Too Fast, Too Furious. That wasn't even. That's not anything. You just put DLG in front of the full name of the film. You didn't change anything. You didn't.
That was real smart, dude. Do it again. DLG3 Electric Boogaloo. What's that from? Where did it originate from?
Oh no.
Because so many people, so many things have copied it so far back that I can't tell. Because I thought I saw it in like
Ancient, isn't
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I was like, they were like something to Electric Boogaloo. I'm like, is it from here? I would not be surprised if it was from here. It's fucking old as hell. Like it's a really early episode, but I don't think it was.
need to set up one more, and then we can start the extraction
So
sequence.
you at the time you thought it was from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's
No.
probably there must be an answer to it, right? You know, so just look it up.
No. That would spoil the fun.
DLG 3, the fight to be free. What's that from? That reference?
Not everything's a referencing, but that definitely is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know not everything's a reference, Tyler, but it's like I know when it's like someone says, "I am your father," and you're like, "Oh, is that from Star Wars?" It's like, no, it's a reference. Just shut the fuck up, Jerry.
Objective completed.
Who's Jerry?
I don't know. The kind of guy who would say nothing's a reference.
Is that a
you know?
reference?
All objectives completed.
But I was thinking of Jerry Seinfeld when I said it.
Is it because that guy's a snark ass?
No, it's because his name's Jerry.
The liquid morkite
Alright.
is being extracted.
I don't really know what he's like.
Objects are working at full capacity.
DSG4 digging
Jerry
for more.
Seinfeld's still alive, right?
Yeah,
So stay on
it almost seems like he's not because he doesn't do anything anymore.
and maintain
I think he like drive around in like cars and
fighting.
drink
What?
coffee with people.
Isn't that Ramesh Ranganathan?
No, that
Comedians in cars getting coffee. It's thing.
yeah, that was real though. That wasn't just. I mean, obviously that wasn't Seinfeld, but that like well, quite Seinfeld, but that was like an actual thing that he does with people. Like, I know he did it with like Obama once.
Oh. Like Bear Grylls in the wild with Obama.
Bear Grylls in the wild 5-star hotel.
Uh-huh.
You meet Bear Grylls.
No, I didn't. Will did.
Oh, that was it.
Bear Grylls is
You would
pretty
shut
cool.
the fuck up about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because was a cunt. No, he was. No, he was.
No, yeah, that's what. That was agree. Yeah, yeah. It was a.
Well, I know he was. I know he was because of how much it carried over into Sixth Form. I really knew.
Are you sick of him at that point? Is that the breaking
I was
point?
glad to be rid of him. Maybe no. Well, that's the thing. No, it's weird that you make friends with people you don't like.
Well, you two just knew each other, right?
I know that's kind of.
Like,
It was
you
almost.
went to the same
It's
school?
not nepotism.
And you were
is it?
nearby?
Yeah, but we never talked to each other in primary school. Anyway, this is kind of weird
Yeah.
personal information to be putting in there.
It's not really that personal.
It's not personal details. And it's the kind of anecdotal stories I've heard people tell on podcasts and stuff. Anyway,
Pump sequence at 50%.
Yeah.
Scoot, is this all some
This is
kind
not
of?
that personal.
Is this all some kind of hit piece on Fast and Furious?
Hopefully.
Because I don't appreciate that.
Even though I've never watched them and I never will, I fucking hate the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah, you
It
got
all
no idea.
sucks.
You got no idea why though, do you?
Not in the slightest. Not
See, that's
even.
that's actually one of my things. I don't. Yeah, I need to find the right way to put this because I'm going to seem like an idiot. Because I know they're not good films, but it's like
We got a leak. Locate it and fix it.
I guess I almost don't trust someone who doesn't see the point of dumb, fun movies, basically. I want every movie to be just as serious, just exactly the same as your favourite film, basically. But why not?
Well, I think it's not just that for me, but I think it's just the fact that I see no fun to be had, even if it's dumb or not, in cars. Like it everything I've seen, it looks so incredibly forced that they're in cars.
Yeah, that's what makes it silly, though.
Yeah,
The fact that
but
there's still the cars are still there's just such a big point of it.
Pipeline
Like,
repaired, but other
I don't know.
pipelines are still malfunctioning.
it's kind of goofy,
It is.
but not in a good way. Because I don't know, being a car is not exactly the funniest shit in the world.
Well, it's not funny. It's not funny, Tyler. It's deadly serious. Well, I think the problem I have is that I see a lot of people who sort of shit on them, but they're like MCU fans.
Wolf.
And this was something that was like from an interview, like Michelle Rodriguez from Fast and Furious. She said, "I'm sort of like getting tired of all these Marvel movies or whatever," and they're like, "Aren't there?" And then people were like, "Aren't there like 10 Fast and Furious movies or something?" And then people responded like, "It's like 20 MCU projects in like the last 3 years, as opposed to 10 Fast and Furious films. It started in 2002. Really not that overwhelming." Like, oh, they keep making them. Shut the fuck up. They make money and they're fun. Christopher Nolan's films are awesome and they like make shit tons of money too. But shut up. It's all fine. The things that people get angry over. I mean, I'm not getting angry over people getting angry over, but that's like you kind of have to like to make a point. But the things that people get angry over in the first place is just so fucking wrong. It's like, Fast and Furious, transgender people. What about the fact that all the fucking real estate is being bought up by corporations? What about that? What about that shit?
I didn't think you would whip that out.
No, because I'm copying Chris Ray Gun, but I agree with him.
That's out.
I do agree with him though.
I knew it was of course it was a fucking reference. Of course.
Well done.
I'm just saying, the problem is people love to be angry though, but they pick like things that aren't actually bad to be angry about because I guess they don't feel as sad when they're not. If they posted like a big world issue that's like not going away, then they probably wouldn't feel as like rewarded by being angry about it because they know that no one's going to disagree with them. Like, that stuff is bad. War is bad. Yes, I agree. I'm like, oh, I'm not getting reactions. Maybe I should shit on these like films. Yeah, well done.
Extraction commencing. Good work.
Is this hypocritical?
A little bit.
It is if you consider the things we said about Deep Rock, but it's not like we don't praise it either. And we've also made a deliberate hobby of talking about the game. So I don't know what to make of that. Because the problem is, I was going to say something else, but it's not like it's our job. Unfortunately, people do get money from talking about horse shit, right? Like right-wing commentators who still do like. If you go back to like the SJW days when that was like controversial and stuff, and it was like it made sense to make fun of them because they were actually doing like really stupid shit. But those people, a lot of those people who were on the right, a lot of the right-wing people who were making the videos against them have just kept doing that, even though it's not a problem anymore. But they make money from that because they've got an audience for it. But they're like basically just not that anyone else is paying them, but they are making money from caring about this stuff still, even though it's not a thing anymore. Ugh. Anyway, politics, am I right?
Often not.
Anyway, the stream's over. That was it. I just used up all my remaining energy.
Yay!
But still, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being